case in shootings. In the last 30 years, as you are senior more than me, yeah, I have seen there is no case in shooting such a heinous crime. Okay, so we will discuss about this suicide case, how it is occurred right now.
Okay, there are so many reasons, I think, because first of all, people are under the impression, right or wrong, coaching means just teaching the shooters how to hold the gun, how to pull the trigger, and only the technical things. Well,
Yes.
the other things are practically completely neglected. Well, of course, that is a part of it, teaching how to hold, how to shoot, and things like that. But there is much more than that. Uh, you have, first of all, a real coach has to understand the shooter completely, his problems, his mental problems, his family problems, and all other social problems that he is facing. So the coach has to be to get a very good rapport with the shooter. All the details he must know, and he must be something like an advisor, a counselor, and a shooter must be having the freedom to come to the coach at any time, even at midnight, or call him anytime and ask for advice. It may be about shooting, it may be about his family problem, or it may be about social. Well, that he has to work like a mentor, he has to work like a teacher, and that rapport has to be kept. And if that is not there, you will not get the result. Well, I am not going to point out anything about the last two Olympics or anything like that, but it's unfair on my part to say anything, to comment on that. But that rapport has to be there. So many problems we could have avoided. That's what I feel. If there was a person to guide properly, so many things could have been avoided. For example, after I resigned my job after the London Olympics, I went for a world championship as a manager, where there are over 94 shooters, juniors, seniors, some all were there. And then I gave a detailed report about what was happening in the world championship. And the last paragraph I gave in writing to National Rifle Association of India and to the government of the sports ministry also, saying that it took years for me to bring all the shooters under one banner. No rifle shooter, no pistol shooter, no shotgun shooter separately. They are one one Indian team. It is not three different things. And there was a person who was guiding all of them, guiding rifle, pistol, and shotgun. Well, now I have written very clearly at that time, the shooting is divided into 6 groups. That is rifle shooting, 2 groups, senior rifle shooting, junior rifle shooting. Pistol, senior pistol team, junior pistol team. Well, shotgun, senior shotgun and junior shotgun. And there are separate chief coaches for them, 6 chief coaches for the 6 disciplines. And there are three coaches to assist them, altogether 24 coaches. But who will coordinate the whole thing? So I took years, 19 years, for me to bring the shooting into one great Indian team. And I wrote, actually, it's sad to note that it is going to be divided into so many small groups. And I have very closely noticed the behavior of the coaches and the shooters. The senior, even the pistol team or the rifle team or the shotgun team, the senior shooters and the senior coach, they do not want them to mingle with the junior shooters or the junior coaches, even if it is rifle or pistol or shotgun. Well, that is not the correct spirit. The great Indian team spirit was not there. Well, we had so many world champions, world number 1 and world number 2 in this 15 member squad in the last Olympics. We were not able to get it any medal, unfortunately. It's quite unfortunate. There is no explanation for that, but it happened so. That means there is something lacking somewhere. Well, we have to bring all of them together. And as I'm repeating, the great Indian team spirit has to be there, not 6 teams. Uh, Senior rifle team, junior rifle team, senior pistol team, junior pistol team, senior shotgun room, team, and junior shotgun team. So that is separating. And there should be a force, a guiding force, whoever it is, maybe a director, or maybe something about the chief coach. Well, at present, there was no national coach. All were chief coaches and assistant coaches. Well, there has to be a person, a director, or whatever it is, a call. I have written like that. You have to appoint somebody like a director or somebody like that to coordinate, to see that all of them are kept together. Well, National Rifle Association is doing a lot of things for shooting, but they don't have much time to look after the minute things because they are not staying or with the team. The team is looked after by the coaches, and the coaches' responsibility is that there is no rift between the shooters. There is no rift between the coaches and the shooters, or there is no rift between the Indian coaches or the foreign coaches. Well, there are a lot of things like that. So I don't want to go in detail because for being in that position for 19 years, once I come out, it is not fair on my part to point a finger at something. But the great unity has to come back. When I took up, there was a rifle team, sometimes saying they are superior. There is, in some of the competitions, pistol team, they were superior. And shotgun team, they were always feeling superior like that. But it took years for me to bring them together that they are the part of the great Indian team. So you have to be with the shooters. You have to give them confidence. For example, for 94 shooters participating in a competition, it's almost impossible to be in the back of all the shooters, but you have to be there. Your presence is needed. When the shooter shoots a bad shot, sometimes he looks back, and the shoot is a shoot as a coach is fretting and fuming inside his mind, but that should not be reflected on his face. If he is also tensed, the shooter will become more tensed. You have to be calm and quiet. Well, you have to correct the person when the match is over. Maybe after 1 or 2 days, you say, "Well, fool, you have done this wrong," like that. But not at the time of the match. You cannot become angry at the time of the match. You have to be very calm and quiet, as if nothing has happened. You continue like that. You are doing properly. So that confidence you have to give. Well, the shooters, they used to ask me not to say anything, but to be in the range. That's all. At the time of the competition, you have to be in the range. Well, they will see where I am standing, maybe a big range, and they have to see it. But that is the rapport. That kind of relationship has to be there between the coach and it is not like a relationship or the coach or a shooter or a father and the children. Is much more than that. You have to understand their feelings, and the shooters will have to understand the coach is behind them. There should be a transparency. There's an accountability while the coach is behind them to fight for them. I had to fight with the Sai. I was appointed by Sai so many times, and some of the directors asked me directly on my face, "Are you with us or are you with the shooters?" Then I had to tell bluntly, "Well, if I am not with the shooters, who else will be there?" And and ED was executive director was not quite pleased, but still I had to say like that. Where you have to be firm, you have to be firm. At the same time, you must have give enough freedom to the shooters to come and approach and explain things. That does not mean that actually you have to be very lenient. There, you have to keep them at a respectable distance, but at the same time, they must get a feeling that whenever they want to get something, you can get it from the coach. Anything reasonable. It's about SAI, about the National Rifle Association, or the Ministry of Sports, or whatever it is. Well, they must have the confidence that our coach is with us and he will fight for us. Well,
And
that kind of rapport has to be produced. That's what I think. Sorry for my long,
no,
boring.
no, sir, no. We are very happy and very much happy, and so many shooters is on the way, and very happy to see you in friendly and very formal talk. just I remind you that our meeting is after 2 minutes is disconnected and be reconnected, and all shooter is very happy to hear you. So please, we will join it after 2 minutes when it disconnected. As you know, the norms of the Zoom 40 minutes. So we will reconnect all of us. So I am the reminder you just only. Okay, sir, continue. Continue, sir, Sunny, sir. I request only, so once again, you can join.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir. Continue, sir. I just remind you only the time for disconnection for 2 minutes. Okay. Continue, Sunny, sir. Notial, sir.
हाँ जी वेद प्रकाश
जी जी सर, सभी ध्यान दें, अभी ये 1 मिनट के लिए डिस्कनेक्ट होगा, फिर आप रीज्वाइन करेंगे, क्योंकि अभी कहीं भी बात कोई कंप्लीट नहीं हुई है, आपकी भी नहीं हुई। सनी सर भी बहुत मूड में थे, जैसा आप सुन रहे हैं, और बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग मुद्दा चल रहा है। इस मुद्दे पर हर कोई नहीं बोल सकता है, कोई हम जैसा, आप जैसे मैच्योर लोग इस पर बोल पाते हैं। लोग तो पता नहीं क्यों ऐसे मुद्दों पर आने में डरते हैं, लेकिन बहुत अच्छा मुद्दा उन्होंने कहा कि मुझे ऑफिशियल ने ये पूछा कि आप शूटर्स के साथ हैं या हमारे साथ हैं। तो ये छोटी मोटी बात नहीं है। सनी सर भी काफी मूड में है, तो ये डिस्कनेक्ट हो और उसके बाद आप तुरंत ज्वाइन करेंगे। 40 मिनट्स का टाइम होगा, ये मैंने बस इतना रिक्वेस्ट किया है। शूटर्स अभी भी जुड़े जा रहे हैं इसमें सर, तो कंटिन्यू कीजिए सर। नोटियाल सर।
ओके। जैसे अगर आप लोग सुन पाए हैं, मिस्टर सनी थॉमस ने बोला है, बहुत राइटली उन्होंने पॉइंट आउट किया है। मैं अपना इंसिडेंट बताता हूँ कि जब हमारा इंटरेक्शन हुआ ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर के साथ, तो एक चीज़ जो मेरे मन में है कि जो हमारी कोचिंग, अगर कोचिंग आप लें, तो जैसे अगर शूटर्स को बोला जाता है कि मैंने देश का प्रतिनिधित्व किया, देश के लिए मेडल लाए, देश के लिए देश का राष्ट्रीय गान बजा, तो हम बहुत इलेटेड हुए। और मैंने उनको सिर्फ 2 चीज़ें कही। मैंने कहा एक तो ये है कि जो है सबसे पहले तो यह है कि कोच को जो है कोच एक को नहीं करवाता है, वो कई लोगों को करवाता है। जैसे मैंने जब अपनी टीम लेके गया हूँ, तो हम लोग 5 मेडल लेके आए हैं पैरालंपिक्स में। तो 2 गोल्ड, 1 सिल्वर और 2 ब्रॉन्ज है हमारे पास। तो मैंने उनको कहा कि इनके पास तो किसी के पास गोल्ड है, किसी के पास ब्रॉन्ज है, तीनों नहीं है, मेरे पास तो तीनों मेडल हैं, गोल्ड, सिल्वर, ब्रॉन्ज। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हमारे को एज ए कोचेस, हमारे को खोखलापन नहीं होना चाहिए हमारे में। हम में जनरली ये हो जाता है कि हम कहते हैं कि अ, अरे जो है इसको तो मिला, मुझे क्या मिला। मेरे ख्याल से मैं हर किसी को जो है, मुझे शूटिंग में करीबन 34 साल हो गए, तो मैंने 34 सालों में मैंने यही कहा कि कम से कम 4 आदमी मुझे ज़्यादा जानते हैं मुझे शूटिंग करने का